What's up, y'all? It's Shuffle. Welcome back to the viewer submitted runs. Today we're going to look at some bounty hunter action from Midnight in the Discord, but they also have some other Darkest Dungeon videos, so I'll be sure to link the channel below, so go check it out. And spoiler warnings, this is an endgame mission, so I apologize to the people that are concerned about seeing the endgame stuff, so if you don't want to see it, then come back and see this when you've beaten the game. Otherwise, I am sad, and we will see you later. But otherwise, the rest of us are going to watch this Bounty Hunter Clinic / Shenanigans. This is the first Darkest Dungeon mission. And just by looking at this, I haven't watched this. I've just, I've looked at a couple clips in it for like 2 seconds just to make sure everything works. And the Bounty Hunters, just by seeing this, I'm assuming there's rabies on 3 of them. Otherwise, I don't know what their quirks are. And we're going to get started. Oh crap. Okay. Hold on. Okay, stop. Alright. So we got some really amazing quirks here. Risk Taker too, my goodness. Alright. So natural swing. So this is just like as much melee damage as you can squeeze out of this dude as possible. Exodia is pretty fitting here. Okay, so we got damage. Husk Slayer, is that a thing? Scythebuster, okay. More damage and natural swing on everyone, so we don't have to worry too much about trinkets, which I wasn't looking at. So we have probably the Hyper Carry Bounty Hunter setup here. We'll look at the other ones. Recovery Charm. So this is, I think, going to help the food healing, and then this is probably our setup Bounty Hunter with no Caltrops yet, but I'm assuming Caltrops are coming on at some point. Fragile, ew. It's on Forge. Have to take all the food because we have no mainline healers. No blight in this dungeon. I'm gonna turn this down on my end just a little bit because Wayne June does get a little distracting. Speed mods, we are always thankful. So there won't be much to commentate in this first one here. I am curious if leaving the light down for like, do you get extra crit? No, you don't. Or maybe you do, I can't remember. I don't remember what you get at 75 to 50. These bounty hunters with their diamond axes just erasing stuff. Bleed on the front ones to prevent the finger because it's more common. I think it's more common on the front ones. I know it can hit anything. We'll see though. Show me, Cultist Priest. This first mission just teaches us what's in the dungeon. You're going to get a lot of mileage out of these stuns because we have no other way to really mitigate damage besides disrupting with movement. Now we're in some real fights. Just burst down these first ones. The Cultist Witch is going to be probably hard to deal with. No, you can just hook her. So yeah. Wow, I said hook her and then we said an expletive. I don't even think that's an expletive, that's just a word. Yeah, so we said hooker by accident. These uppercuts, we want these stuns. Stunning everything. That's unfortunate. I think that could have shuffled forward, but it's fine. Someone still died this turn. Did you finish him? Not that it really mattered, but like, do you finish him just to squeeze out the damage? I don't know, everything's getting erased. So, yeah, it ultimately didn't matter. That's a lot of damage, my goodness. With just the Crescendo box, I think that one has Slugger too. That's still a lot, and Rabies. And Risk Taker, that one had it too? Okay. It's starting to make sense when you just have passive, like 30% damage from quirks and disease. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Cultist Switch has to go first. Obliterated. This speed though. It kind of sucks because there's so much you have to cover for with a team like this. Like they have to have enough in their trinkets for defense and damage that it's pretty hard to find a good source of accuracy. Like the Hunter's Talons are good, but Like, when you have to put on the Flesh's Heart and the Ancestor's Candle's too good to leave at home, stuff like that, it's, you're gonna see some misses. Yeah, I like chopping this down. Cultist Priest is very threatening, and the Brawler in the back is just gonna stumble scratch for 2 turns. Like, yeah, there's the first one, it's gonna do it a second time. I would actually, yeah. And try and get a finish in, because we're gonna go first, hopefully we don't crit, it doesn't matter. I'll just kill this dude. Heck yeah. It's kind of weird because there's so much damage on this team, and it's not like the 4 leper team. Where with the 4 lepers, you know, the 2 in the back aren't doing anything really. But this team, every single person is doing something, so there's just more... There are more options that they have. So I'm not quite used to that yet. So yeah, the Recovery Charm, doing a lot of work there to give us some extra food healing. I think there's an Ancestor trinket on this map, if you really wanted to go for it. I think it's the second cluster, whatever you want to call it.
The light, the promise of safety.
Alright, this should be a, like, technically hard fight here. Just because the Cultist Priests do have a nice chunk of HP, and they are a little bit tough. Yeah. You can get the bleed though, nice. It's a pretty good one to dodge because the finger's like 6 bleed. These crits coming at good times. Just erasing dudes.
The blood quickens.
At least these aren't critting either. Man, these blocks. Or I should say these not bleeds. Yeah, you just erase that one. Take the turn off the board. There's a case to like triple swing into this dude. If you can't get the double stun or whatever, just because the stun chance is pretty hard there. Because actually, I'm gonna go back too. Right here. Alright, you two. Hold on. Yeah, he didn't have a turn up either. So there was actually a solid chance to get this guy down too. I don't know, I think in most cases you're still taking 1 hit, so it's not like the end of the world here. Sorry about that, something came up that was not cat related, so now we're going to start again. This fight should be wrapped up. I like the stunning for insurance, just in case the Cultist Priest high rolls your speed. I do like that, that was good.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
He said the line. He said it. I agree with going down too. I always like the down path more than the top path in this dungeon. I can't remember what the difference is, but I do remember like the 1 or 2 fights I think are a difference are like worth having the lower path over the higher one. I think it's a little tougher going up. Might even be this fight specifically, because you get 2 of the party dudes. And 1 priest and 1 brawler. That's pretty easy to get through. Especially when you just erase the priest. Also, I didn't realize the priest... Hold up. I didn't realize the priest has like 18 skulls in his body. That's kind of creepy. I thought everything just had more eyeballs, but apparently the priest is just like... got more heads. I mean, it makes sense. You have more eyes, so you have to have more heads, right? Kind of sucks. There's no like stall potential in this team, so you just have to just rip those guys down pretty quickly. Because normally in this dungeon, having the flesh guys alive is pretty beneficial because you can like recover and do stuff, and then kind of bully them, especially when they get to self heal. Okay, so we're definitely camping, right? I was gonna say because I noticed that the torch wasn't boosted. I was like, okay, there must not be a fight in here. So if there's no fight, and we're not doing torch, we must be camping. This is all just boss killing, which is nice too because you don't need to worry about ambush in this dungeon. or in the final dungeons, and I like the choice of accuracy over the third takedown.
Spirits are lifted.
Because those first two, so now the trinket choices make a little more sense. I mean, they made sense before, but having,
Radiance, may we find victory.
what you call it, having like straight damage on those first two, and then giving them accuracy, that really covers all the bases. And we are going for the Ancestor Trinket. I was just saying this is like a thing. But yeah, it's going to be worth doing, because I forget which trinket it is. It might be the Recovery Charm, because once you get to the, what you call it, the boss, the Recovery Charm won't matter, because you can't eat food in that. So being able to replace that with one Ancestor Trinket potentially would be pretty cool. Do we already have the pen? I can't remember if the pen's on someone, because if the pen is going to be in that thing, like guaranteed, because you can manipulate it that way. So if the pen's in there, that's going to be pretty cool. I don't know, I guess these bounty hunters. It might be. Maybe we got like one more. Who's this third one? Oh, it is the pen. No. Okay. That's fine. What else could this be? Just a regular, very rare, I guess. You could have the wounding helmet, because I think this is a bounty hunter only file. So it's kind of like a dead drop almost, where it's like, once you get inside the base, we're leaving an item for you in the 7th room, or whatever it is. Just make sure you kill the things for it. Like, alright. And those are strong crits. Like, I'm used to seeing bounty hunter crit into the 50s and like the low 60s. I am not used to seeing him crit in like 75. That's pretty crazy.
Darkness closes in.
Darkness to get better loot draws. Okay, so there's no Ancestor Trinket that could have been. I thought it could have potentially just gave you a very rare instead, but it did not. Also, I didn't realize you could take that path and still be on the normal route. I thought you had to backtrack to it technically.
Blazing star.
So that makes it even better. You can just go that way every time. I think it's the only instance of getting loot in this place too. No, it might not be. You might be able to get something in DD too, and I just can't remember. Getting really lucky with the witches. Take a turn off the board. I like this. That's unfortunate. The funny part about this team too, besides just literally erasing things, is that if the bounty hunters in front get torn up by like Death Flash, you have the same two characters in the back that you can just swap them for, and then everyone's like, okay, and the front two are taking the stress hits, or like the common stress hits, with less stress built up. That is pretty cool, since Bounty Hunter is just so good at just killing and critting and stuff like that. He does work down stress on himself and everyone else too.
Well struck.
It was -3 to, what, 6 potentially? It would have been -3 on the Bounty Hunter that got a kill too, if he had any stress. Uppercut, I like it. Even with the crit, didn't get the stun. Let's say, I think you just go for it. It's at half health, you have a pretty good chance to finish it. This guy's got what? 1 hit point? My goodness. He's so happy. Don't hit him. He's just having a good time. Even though it looks like his face is melting off, I don't think that's a beard.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying.
This is a good case for Recovery Charm too. Because I always think that like raw healing output is way better than healing received. But if you don't have a team with a dedicated healer, then it gets a lot better.
Path is clear. We require
Especially because each food is what? Healing for 5? That's quite a lot. That sucks. We have to get rid of these witches. And it's 2 of them. And you have to go this way. That sucks. There's the crit finally, but we have bandages. We're definitely seeing an affliction on this guy. Yeah, I like going for the kill there. Can you still flashbang the witch here? Oh, you do have 1 turn up front. Yeah, okay. That's, ooh. Oh, I think that was actually the right play too. Just didn't happen. Okay, she's being nice because she could have just got the affliction there, and we're 1 point off. And she gets erased. I think it should have been finish him, right? Because of the stun chance, or are you just not trying to get the kill that soon? Was it finish him and I just didn't catch it? No. I don't know. I think they realized it because they moused over it right after. Like I said, it didn't matter though. Like that priest was stunned and at half health anyway at that point. There was nothing he was gonna do. I think we're there. I think this is the boss room. Notable difference is this thing does not scramble your party. Did the prot drop not stick? It didn't. That sucks. Look how much damage this is though, my goodness. That thing probably would have been at like 40 HP if the prot debuff sticked. Or stuck, not sticked. Also, the shuffle put the bounty hunter that was close to afflicting out of harm's way. So that's pretty funny. I usually am not a huge fan of marked teams, but my goodness, when you get value, it feels like it's unfair. That doesn't stress? Red Hook, please! They're being nice. Look at this, 2 turns. Yeah, you mark with the back one. Oh. I think we lost track of who was where. Oh, it doesn't even matter. My goodness. What a clinic. What beasts. Alright, I don't even have any, like, thing to add here. It was just literally bounty hunters just blowing stuff up. Like, there was no threat to them. There was almost an affliction. And that's it. That was just very well played. It was very fun to watch. Very well played. Definitely showing off a mastery of bounty hunter. Because, obviously, you can just take 4 of them, but knowing which one should have what movesets and the right trinkets and stuff like that, that takes a lot of experience. So, I definitely appreciated the bounty hunter lesson here. And I like the showing off of support bounty hunter, so that rank 4 bounty hunter with... Where is he? Can I go back? Can I go back and find him? Went all the way back here. I'm just going to play through. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. So it makes sense that the one with fragile was in the back because that was the one that was safest. And this one had all the speed, so 14 speed here. Yeah, this was definitely the setup guy. So I thought you were going to want caltrops, but you honestly just didn't need it. It was actually crazy how, like, unimportant caltrops were. Like, I know they're good, and I know they're good against, like, certain enemies, but I really thought that between the Shuffling Horror having 2 actions a turn to whittle down that mark and that prot debuff, I thought that the extra damage boost from the the caltrops would have been better. But I guess planned takedown was just enough. It was just a lot of direct damage. Only like 1 or 2 crits. I think it was just 1 crit. That's all you really needed. So yeah, I guess that's it. I have one other submission that I was given over the weekend, so I will get to work on that in the next couple days, and you'll probably see this the day after I recorded. So thanks for watching. If you have submissions, get them to me in Discord or Twitter or something like that. And yeah, let Midnight know that you enjoyed the run as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.